Hello, welcome back to another pen talk. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, the journey continues, and this is a pen I got a while ago, and other pens just got in the way from my review, but I figured now is a good time as any to show you something a little different. So this is a pen I got from Bobby. You might recognize that branding on the top of the clip. The rest of the pen is pretty plain, but as we'll move the crab out of the way, it has a twist to it. It's a pen with a twist, a pen that's triangular shaped, very functional stiff clip there. Pull off cap, and we'll see, your triangular section, very common, and we'll see an M there for medium, which is nice. It's your Lamy style nib, and again we see that logo. So if we unscrew the section, it requires some effort. We'll see just a standard converter. So this pen has been cleaned. It's been sitting around a while. The way the threads are matched up, it just kind of like gets right in one place, so that's nice. Nice snap for the cap. And you may say, Chris, I've seen a triangular pen before, and I may say, yes, I got this one a while ago. This has no twist to it. This is clear and transparent, so I'll give you a link to that video. This section here is a very intense triangular section, so that makes it a little bit of a different animal when you're writing, whereas this one just has a mildly shaped, so you're not as forced into one spot to hold it. So let's put some ink in here and see how this medium nib works. And if you haven't recognized it, this is a Lanbitou pen. So I mentioned the Lanbitou logo, which is in the clip, and next to it is one of my Lanbitou daily writers, which has that same symbol in it. If we go down the barrel, we'll see the 3059 with that same symbol. So this is a Lanbitou pen, as we have mentioned, and it's engraved there on the cap. So I gave you a little hint in the beginning, but now for those that may not have seen the video of the green pen, we'll confirm that logo design. And one of the things that I noticed as I was looking at the pen more closely is it does have the name of the pen and the model number 776 on the side of the clip. Interesting place to put it. I think it's a nice touch. So a couple of features about the pen. It has the same type of cap liner as shown here in this clear one. And it also shares, you can hear that distinctive click. And it also shares that Lamy style design where there's a little lip here at the end of that section, which is designed to seal up against that liner. We'll bring out the LED and you can see that liner in there. Obviously with a triangular shaped pen like this, it's going to be hard to get a seal without some type of liner in there. It's now filled with ink, and this could be an ink window here. It's a clear piece between the converter and the section, but because of the way it's designed, it doesn't really work like an ink window like I would hope it would. Just the way it's shaped, it kind of bends the light around, so even if there's ink, which this has in it, you really don't see it like you think you should. And there's definitely ink in there, but maybe there's that little dark area, but not as obvious as you'd want a real ink window to be.
Those of you that follow my channel and have seen a lot of my videos, and I've done a lot of videos, realize that I try to do evolutionary changes, not necessarily revolutionary changes. So a viewer commented on some of the non-vocal sounds, breathing, whatever, that come into the microphone occasionally. So most of this video has been done, everything preceding this has been done with a different microphone, which is a few feet away from me. You know, it's one of those pointy microphones. The one we're doing now is the one I've been doing the last couple hundred of my videos with, which is a lavalier microphone. It clips onto your shirt. I think the challenge is it may pick up some sounds from my chest, but I think it creates a better vocal. So we're going to let you decide as the viewers whether this is the vocal that is more appropriate or the one that's in most of the rest of this video. And at the end of this segment, we'll go back to the other microphone. So part of the challenge that you have with any type of pen like this is, should you buy it? People ask that question, and I can never answer a question from somebody saying, should I buy a pen, because I'm not you. I know what I like, and I've been doing this for close to 50 years, so I've developed a technique and ability of being able to determine relatively quickly whether it's a pen that I would like or not. And I also collect pens, so therefore I might get a pen just for its uniqueness, for its visual appeal, for some feature that might be more dominant than writing. Eventually, though, if I'm going to use a pen, it's for writing, and I do write with the majority of the pens, but not all. You've seen videos of pens that I don't write with. So I think this pen is a great deal for the price. Here's the Etsy posting that Bobby did, Chinese pen. So if this is something you're interested in and you like it, and you'll see in the writing example whether that nib is something that you would like, then go for it. The end of this segment, back to the new microphone. So we'll give you some dimensions for the pen. You might ask me to compare it to my Pelican Twist, and I would if I could find my Pelican Twist, but yeah, it's been stored away somewhere. Yeah, that decidedly nice click. And you may ask, does it post? And yes, it does. And it posts securely, and it doesn't really change the balance too much. My memory card filled up, so I put a new one in. I keep all my memory cards. I use them as backup, so I always have the raw footage if I ever want to go back to it. As you can see, it posts with the clip pointing right where it should, aligned with the nib, so that's nice. And the pen is very light, so you can easily write with this posted. So I've discussed about using up some of the many bottles of ink that I have, so I decided to grab this one. And it is a blue ink, even though the package is fairly dark. You open it up and you'll see the same Aurora bottle. And the price was $10.50. I probably bought this in the late 80s, early 90s. And here's the bottle, which to me, I would think it was a black ink if I didn't know. And looks like 45 milliliters there. The cap works very well. You can see the blue color hopefully there in the glass. Here's the color card, and it's blue. There's no mistaking this for any other color. There doesn't a little bit of sheen there, which is interesting. I didn't expect that. And in doing the chromatography, we just confirmed that it's blue. Now there's a little bit of a lighter area here, and that's because of a little bit of a mistake here in the chromatography, but take this half over here to be representative, and it's about as clean of blue as you're going to get. So let's see what it looks like coming out of the nib. So I think you can hear that this is very smooth.
I mean, it's a real pleasure to write with. I'm extremely impressed and surprised that this nib and this pen is such a great writer. And I'm not a fan of these triangular shaped sections, but this one is as comfortable as they're going to be. You know, you can't really move your fingers around without feeling uncomfortable. So that's, to me, is the only real downside to this pen. But like I said, I could get used to it, and I could write with this for a long period of time because the nib is just so nice. So let's rate this pen. I'm going to give it an 8.7. And 1 check for the nib, and 1 check for funky design. And it is a funky design, there's no question about that. That hole precludes using it as an eyedropper, and also those coarse threads here in the section would also preclude it to being an eyedropper, if that's anybody was interested. So hopefully you've enjoyed this view of a different style of pen. And if it interests you, it's available on Etsy from Chinese Pen. It's Bobby's store on Etsy. So we've reached the end of this video, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and maybe it'll encourage you to experiment with these many different types of writing instruments that we have the pleasure to obtain and use. Put some ink on paper. Amazing what happens when you do that. So this is the end for now. We're going to say bye until the next video.